You are Adan Ruiz.
Sir.
Mr. Ruiz, you're charged with two cases. You're charged with burglary of a motor vehicle and tampering with a government document. On the burglary case, you're facing up to a year in jail. Likewise with the tampering, up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
On March 20th, 2025, an officer was dispatched to a burglary of a motor vehicle that occurred in the Old Navy parking lot in Harris County, Texas. The officer spoke with two witnesses who viewed the incident. Witness one stated the suspect motor vehicle pulled up to the complainant's motor vehicle, and the suspect was wearing a camo hoodie and had gotten out and pulled the door handle of the complainant's motor vehicle, attempting to open it, setting off the alarm at the same time. Witness one advised the suspect got back into the car and drove to another area of the parking lot, parked, and waited for the alarm to stop alerting. Witness one stated once the alarm stopped making noise, the suspect drove back over to the complainant's motor vehicle, parked, and the suspect in the passenger seat got out and was able to make entry into the complainant's motor vehicle. The complainant advised that she was walking up to her vehicle when she saw a Hispanic male wearing a camo jacket hoodie sitting in the driver's seat of her vehicle. The complainant stated the suspect saw her walking up, jumped out of her vehicle, got into the passenger side of a vehicle waiting with an unreadable paper plate. And the complainant advised she heard a male tell the driver to go, go, go. Another officer advised he was patrolling when a gold Tahoe, which was the description in the vehicle before, driving at a high rate of speed passed him. A traffic stop was initiated of that vehicle. The officer was able to send pictures from the witness showing the suspect vehicle leaving the location to other officers who were able to verify the suspect vehicle. After further investigation and search of the vehicle, a camo jacket was found in the rear seat, and a flat pointed screwdriver consistent with the tool that would be used to break the lock on the complainant's vehicle store. Defendant one, Ruiz, is a registered owner of the Tahoe, but the motor vehicle was displaying a counterfeit paper tag that did not come back registered to any person or any vehicle. Defendant one was identified by his SPIN number and booking photos. Defendant two, Cerna, was identified with the SPIN and booking photos.
Who was the one who actually went allegedly into the car? Was that Cerna or was that Ruiz? And is Cerna here?
No,
Oh yeah, he has 2 felony warrants. On Cerna, bond gets revoked at 10,002.
I am not able to tell which of the suspects was the one allegedly wearing the camo hoodie and the one that physically entered the vehicle from the DIN summary.
Mr. Ruiz, since 2020, felony evading, theft, felony retaliation, assault of a family member, felony unlawful carrying of a weapon, felony theft, and now tampering and a burglary of a motor vehicle. I want you to understand that I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my community at all costs. I don't care who you are. I don't care what color you are. If you're a small farm animal, I will do everything in my power to protect my community at all costs. You are not to hang around with defendants. I'm going to put a GPS monitor on you and I'm giving you a curfew. I don't want you out in the middle of the night. You're not to use alcohol, illegal drugs, and I'm telling you now, I'm going to test you like crazy. If I find that you're using, it's not going to go well for you. So understand.
Sir.
What do you do in life now? You work?
Sir.
Did you graduate from high school?
Sir.
You did?
No, sir. I got my diploma. My GED.
What are you doing now? Are you working?
Yes, sir.
I want to know that you're actually working and that you're going to be a productive citizen. When people have too much time on their hands, they become self-destructive. And you now are headed for a 25-year sentence or an actual death sentence, because people in Houston, they like their guns and they like their cars. And if you muck with the wrong person, they're going to shoot your ass dead. It happens at least once every other month here. We have someone who's dead because of a gunshot because they break into the wrong law. You understand?
Sir.
You are not to go within 500 feet of where this person lives, works? Is it an apartment complex? What is it?
This was at an Old Navy parking lot, Your Honor.
I don't want you going anywhere near there. Is it a part? Is it like a mall? Guys, 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. No drugs, no alcohol, no weapons, no contact with the co-defendant. GPS monitor today with a 500-foot exclusion from where this offense occurred. I will give you a lawyer today.
Sir,
I'm going to do everything in my power to help you straighten up and fly right. And if you force my hand, I only have one place for you. Do you understand?
sir,
When you hang with dogs, you get fleas.
It's a strip mall, Your Honor.
Whatever that strip mall is, he's not to go there. And then, so Blaze, if you don't mind sending that to them, please.
absolutely.
All right, Mr. Ruiz, I'm going to have you sign a reset with Victoria. I'll have you meet with Creekshaw, and then I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box while we get you a lawyer.
Sir,
Mr. Ruiz,
Will you come here so we can swim?
you're not allowed to drive. You're signing an affidavit with me today, promising you're not going to drive.
sir,
Don't. I don't care what's going on in your life. You cannot justify driving for any reason.
Counsel, I'll be with you. There's one at a time.
Mr. Johnson, you were charged, you were charged with harassment. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
And judges, you know the details of this case are.
Quiet.
Just.
Just read it.
Officer reviewed a police report from February 4th, 2025, after the officer spoke with the complainant. The complainant stated the defendant, her ex-boyfriend, called the complainant and stated that he was going to kill her and then showed up at her job. The defendant was approached by security and fled the scene prior to contacting the complainant. On February 24th, 2025, the fine officer called the complainant. The complainant stated that on February 7th, 2025, she told the defendant via phone call to stop harassing her, and the defendant told her he did not give a fuck. On February 12th, 2025, the complainant received an email that stated, "Skip pussy bitch, I just love you." The defendant also sent a 20-second pornography video. The video showed a female laying on her stomach, nude, and the video zoomed in on the female's vagina, with fingers being used to spread the female's buttocks to expose the inside of her vagina. The complainant recognized the hand and the fingers in the video to belong to the defendant and recognized the room. The complainant stated the defendant had previously emailed her on March 16th, 2024 from the same email, sending a picture of himself at work. On February 18th, 2025, the defendant emailed the complainant 6 times. On February 23rd, 2025, the defendant emailed the complainant 9 times. On February 24th, 2025, the defendant emailed the complainant once. The complainant changed her phone number on February 22nd, 2025, because she kept getting phone calls from unknown numbers, and when she would answer, the call would hang up. The officer texted a photo of the defendant from his Texas driver's license, and the complainant identified the defendant.
Pornography video that was sent.
We don't know the ID of the female in the video.
So, Your Honor, I think it would probably take some more investigating to figure out the identity of that female. So we can't speak about it. I don't know if it's recognized her. But that is.
She would say whether she recognized it was her. I would imagine that there's a whole host.
That's a felony.
Yeah,
If it's.
we haven't spoken to her directly yet, Your Honor.
It's just because it's been a black flash.
Mr. Johnson, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to order you not to have any contact with the complaining witness. I'm going to put a GPS monitor on you so I know where you are at all times. If I find that you go anywhere near this person, if I find that you try to have any communication with this person through any means, I don't care what it is, if it's Snapchat, if it's Facebook, social media, smoke signals, whatever it is, I will put you in jail. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my community at all costs. I don't care who you are. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm now entering into what's called a matchets order for emergency protection. This is a court order that identifies Ms. Turner as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Commit and act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works. If you violate this court order, the state can and will probably file a violation of protective order. It's one of the worst cases that you can pick up. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we need to talk about bond.
Your Honor, the defendant works for Enterprise. He's an IT specialist. He's been working there for over 5 years. And he's got ties here. He's been living in Houston for over 5 years. And he has child support for 3 children that he takes care of on the weekends. They're with the baby mom on the weekdays. But he does work, and he is working. And so we would ask that, and he's no threat. He's not shown any threat previously, and he does have strong ties. We were requesting a bond of $1,500. We have the bondsman here today who
I would be unopposed to a bond of $1,500 if he were to have a GPS monitor with an exclusion code.
I'm
So-
gonna order it.
Yeah, so I'm unopposed to that as long as he has the exclusion code.
Bond will be set at the 1,500 then. You will get no more warnings, Mr. Johnson. You're in the free world now. Act accordingly. If I find that you do anything, it's not gonna go well. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So you have a bonding company here now? He'll have to meet with each y'all first for all the bond conditions. Then after that, we can release him to the bonding company. Yeah, for sure. Okay, all right, thanks, Joe.
Judge, the bond was set at what amount?
1,500.